You have an unpaid driving suspended ticket from 2024. You have an assault and battery, trespass, and stalking, all set for jury trial for April 27th. That must be in front of Judge Pattison. And you got 2 driving suspendeds in a month. So let's get you a lawyer. Who is the attorney on your?
Tim George.
All right, I'm going to appoint Mr. George. May resolve all this. Now, a couple things. You live right here in town, so you walked over here.
Right.
Stop driving.
They took my car. I can't drive anymore. So,
well, eventually they will do that. This is 436 ST and 439. Maybe we can resolve everything all at once without the need to bring in 30 jurors to resolve these other cases, but both cases. Appoint an attorney, Tim George. Set attorney pretrial. I don't know how we're going to do May 1st. We may end up going into the afternoon.
It's a big courtroom up there. Right.
But I can only, I did 26 or something, but even at 10 minutes of plea, there's only, and some take longer, and it's a very trying morning, but we end up going into the lunch hour, but we have the cases and we have to address them. All right. Also has Mr. Lauer, are you working somewhere?
I'm trying to find it, with my felonies, it's really hard to get a job, to be honest, especially with no car in this town. So
yeah, there's not a lot of employment opportunities
doing
here.
what I can. So I'm paying on my fines, but
I see that.
it's mowing lawn and doing whatever I can here and there, to be honest.
All right, well, we're going to get the same lawyer. We're going to set this for May 1st at 8:30. And Mr. George can look at this and your other cases. I want you to continue to pay on your payment plan. Don't drive. Stay away from the person that you're accused of stalking. And we'll see, maybe we can come to some all-encompassing resolution on May 1st.
All right.
So good luck, sir.
Thank you very much.
Is Jamie Schrock here? Good morning. Somehow you slipped. They didn't get your name down, but I saw that you were there.
You can take it off.
Too late now. Already called your name, and this is some not good stuff.
No.
This is file 26502FY. Mr. Schrock, you're charged with assaulting Amanda Binkley by strangulation, someone you had a dating relationship with. There's a specific kind of domestic violence that involves strangulation, or choking. People often misspell it as chocking. You're also charged as having 2 previous domestic assault charges, so they charge you with a felony 3rd offense domestic violence. You're also charged as a 3rd habitual offender, which would theoretically make the first charge punishable by up to 20 years in prison. So this is all serious as a heart attack. And so my recommendation at this point is you plead not guilty, and I appoint an attorney to help you with this. Now, you were on Borgett Road. Are you out of the house, or is she?
No, I'm back. She left, and I come there, and I finally, the St. Joe County cops wouldn't take her away, so I called state police, and state officer Bauer made her leave.
What'd you do? Catch a red eye or something?
Yes.
Lie. That's a surprise.
Her whole scheme was, her and Deb Davis they plotted this thing to.
All right, well, don't say any more about it.
Well, that's exactly what happened.
All right, well, I'm gonna get a lawyer to help you with this. You're talking about Prosecutor Davis?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
All right, again, we'll get a lawyer and you can discuss this with them. I think Miss Binkley, she had some warrants of her own. I'm not sure where she is. Let's see who authorized this. Miss Davis. Anyway, these are very serious charges with the supplemental and the previous convictions, and so it is important that you have an attorney. Set a pre-exam. I'm busy on April 21st too. I'll come back with a bang from vacation. April 21, 2026 at 8:30 for a pre-exam. Preliminary examination, if needed, will be April 28th at 1 o'clock. Now, I don't think you owe me any other money. And you're not on probation or parole anywhere. That's all over with.
No, I'm paid up.
All right, it doesn't show that you owe
I
any
even got
money.
my license back, so I'm waiting. for
Well,
that.
I am
Yes.
glad about that. But I don't know what to make of this. So did it get printed?
Yes.
Didn't? All right. Well,
When I got arrested, I did.
well, they got an F on here that said you need to get printed, so we'll see what the deal is. You go with a court officer, we'll get a court-appointed attorney for you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Anthony D. Grant. They didn't actually come here to support you. Well, maybe they did. I don't know. Oh, you did? Oh, I thought it came from me. I didn't think it came from you. It was just an accident. They were here on the last day. Anyway, this is some more serious business. This is Anthony Dwayne Grant Jr.
No. I'm Anthony Dwayne Grant, number one.
Well, they got Junior on here, and we better straighten.
That's my
that.
son.
Well, this is some serious mistake. Let's see where that happened. That's a big deal. We had a guy the other day and I said, hey, you owe me a bunch of money. And he said, that's not me, it's my son. But this is, so they show you as Anthony Dwayne Grant.
There's four of us, Your Honor.
Yeah, but the complaint somewhere, somebody put Junior on here. I'm trying to figure out where that happened. The prosecutor did it when they charged it. We need to fix it. Anyway, the allegation is that you did threaten and discourage or attempt to discourage Jeremy Jason Van Dyken. You knew it'd be a witness. It's charged as impeding, interfering, or obstructing a witness. So those witness intimidation, that's a felony punishable by a 4-year imprisonment. You're also charged with resisting, obstructing a police officer, 2 counts on Deputy Van Dyken, and you're charged as being a 4th habitual offender. So this is serious stuff.
Your Honor, I don't have access to the, like that confidential ID form or whatever, but before we go through with the arraignment, does all the other things outside of his name actually match?
Well, let's see. Good. The booking information did. I don't have a criminal history in here. I don't know why I don't.
Maybe that personal protected information sheet. I don't think it's necessarily fair to arraign him if we can't positively identify.
Well, the complaint says Anthony Dwayne Grant, signed by Deborah Davis on March 21st. Then
There should be a personal identification sheet in there as well.
Then
which
they
is
filed-
DOB.
well, there should be, but there isn't. Can anybody help me here? There's no criminal history. There's a complaint, then somehow it got amended. The date of birth is no longer on the warrant, which is very. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's no longer in the system. Your DOB is 1963. Were you born in 1963? Before the Beatles.
Junior or senior?
It's senior, but the original complaint came in as Anthony Dwayne Grant. Somewhere it got changed by the prosecutor to Anthony Dwayne Grant Jr. The bond form is Anthony Dwayne Grant. He posted a bond of $6,000. There's no criminal history in here. This is senior. Anyway, Mr. Grant, the clear import here is we need to get an attorney to help you with this. This happens from time to time with a misidentification. And it can be important. For example, there's probably 8 or 10 guys in St. Joe County named Michael Klein. And some of them have the same middle name. And it has happened in the past where they arrested the wrong person. I can think of one notorious case where the state police arrested a school teacher from Sturgis, or from Coldwater, and she wasn't the right person. She spent Thanksgiving weekend in jail. She was mortified. And I can think of another case where 2 guys worked in a RV factory, and one of them was selling drugs, and they both had the same name, and they arrested the wrong guy because they weren't careful about the identification. So we are very careful about identification. Anthony Grant number 1. We'll sort this out. In the meantime, I want to show you're pleading not guilty. I'll appoint an attorney unless you intend to retain one. Do you want me to appoint one for you?
Well, I'm gonna need something because I've lost jobs, $80,000 job, $14,000 job. They still won't return monies from me till I have an affidavit.
Who's
So-
they? The state police, the sheriff's department?
Yeah, you know, well,
All right, I'm gonna set a pre-exam conference for 4/21/26 at 8:30. Pre-exam, if needed, would be April 28th, 26 at 1 o'clock.
this, I just want to put it on record. This stop was a stop. It was unwarranted at all.
All right, well, we'll sort that out. That's one reason why you need an attorney. There isn't any information in here.
Sure there isn't.
Well, there's no affidavit because they made a warrantless
Sorry.
arrest. And the bond information sheet. Kyle Singler, we talked to him the other day. During the contact with Singler, his passenger, Anthony Grant, was yelling not to comply. Officer Flynn, he wouldn't get out of the car, wouldn't answer the door, open the door. I can't tell how this turned into what it did.
I said anything.
All right, well, don't say more about it. This is a case where an
All
attorney
right, all
could
right, sorry.
really help you. There are
Yes, sir.
some
Yes, Your Honor.
defensible defenses here.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you posted your bond. You're not a flight risk. You've appeared for everything.
All the time.
I don't know. He's got a print order on here. One of my sore points is they arrest people at the jail and they don't fingerprint them. They don't even know who they are. They could be the Gilgo Beach killer and they'd let them out without knowing who they are. So we have our own live scan equipment and we fingerprint them here. So Mr. Grant, there are some issues here that need to be cleared up. And we'll get a lawyer to help you with this. And I don't even need to tell you this, but what I want you to do is call your lawyer, make an appointment to discuss it with them prior to April 21st. And I will see you on that morning and we'll see where we're headed with this thing. So you go with the court officer, we'll get your prints and you'll get your court appointed attorney. You're good to go.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. You dress for the occasion, which means you take the matter seriously. Is Shannon Rochelle James here?
What'd you say, Brian?
Shannon Rochelle James? Which case are you here on, ma'am?
Me,
Yeah.
Ashley Armor.
Oh, I called your case and you weren't here. Let's try it again. I was gonna give you a tour of my new office if you, are they leaving? So are you? All right, Miss Armour, would you come forward, please? Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we're gonna finish, then Mr. Stickley's gonna go try to summon a prosecutor and address your two cases. I'm just gonna appoint an attorney for Miss Armour.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is 26437 SD, People versus Ashley Armour, charged with operating while intoxicated and improper use of lights. Miss Armour, operating while intoxicated is what they used to just call drunk driving.
Yeah.
This allegedly occurred on March 6th. We get a couple hundred of these every year.
Well, you'll never get one from me again, I promise.
Well,
Never.
Most people that get arrested for drunk driving get just one.
Yeah,
That lasts.
that
a
was enough
lifetime.
for me.
Well,
I've
it's
never been so
embarrassing,
scared.
it's humiliating, it's scary, it's expensive.
Very much.
But for now, I'm going to show that you appeared live. You still live on Jane
I
Street?
do.
All right, show a plea of not guilty. Appoint an attorney. Set attorney pretrial for May 1, 2026 at 8:30. Now, there's a fingerprint on here too. Miss Armour, you heard me say this. You were a little late, so maybe you didn't hear me. I want you to call this lawyer, make an appointment to discuss this case with him prior to your pretrial date on May 1st. We're going to be real busy. That courtroom on the other side is going to be full, but we'll be here.
Okay.
The ticket doesn't have a blood alcohol light, or you were apparently driving without your lights on and they pulled you over. All right, we're gonna get a lawyer to help you with this and
Okay.
see where we're headed. All right, you go with the court officer.
Okay.
They'll give you your lawyer's name and number.
Okay.
You need to get printed. Hi. Abigail, we've got two no insurance cases. Aubrey Clark has proof of insurance, and Miss Hayner's case is a little more complicated, but they're both here. Miss Clark now has progressive insurance. Miss Hayner's got an explanation of her circumstance. So here's the files if you want to see them. You see Miss Clark first. Thanks for your help.
Thanks, Judge.
You had a couple pre-trials, Abby. Did any of those people show up?
I don't think so. We didn't get a phone
Dustin Cole or Teresa Torres?
call. I don't think so.
Maybe they were busy today. All right, let's see about Shannon Rochelle James. she's essentially homeless. And the problem is when we do a show cause on a homeless person, they don't actually get notice. She called yesterday and they reset the matter for this morning. Jenny, have you heard from Shannon James? I think she talked to Stephanie yesterday. Let's see if somebody sent me an email. Let's see, we have a phone number. Let's see if we can. We got time.
Step up here and talk to the slow customer.
Well, that number doesn't work. Oh, wow, she dismissed it altogether. So, what?
She said her number.
Very good. Her handwriting's even worse than mine.
Who's the kid?
He's the guy on Long Island that just pled guilty to 8 homicide charges. He is the architect, big man. All the young women they found buried in the sand on Long Island. There's more than 8, but apparently he pled to 8.
He's just misunderstood.
Scary, scary stuff.
Is that
Is that what you said? It's
What?
just
just
misunderstood.
misunderstood?
That's what I thought you said. I see you over here laughing.
Please.
More to this.
But, I say that in jest, but especially when we get undocumented guys, we don't even know who they are. They come and go and they never printed them and
Same rule applies when we're booking them. We run them in lean and you've got multiple warrants with the same names. Really gotta be careful.
yes.
So they don't ever print anybody on arrest?
Well, it's not never. I've been fighting this battle since Brad Balk was sheriff, or maybe even before. They'll arrest people and then they'll say, well, there were 3 hours arrest, 3 hours were supposed to print them.
Oh,
Or the guys on third shift will say, hey, the day shift guys can do them, and the day shift guys said the third shift guys should have done them. So I don't completely understand it. So we got our own live scan.
Some of them are not printing through.
What?
Shannon James is seven.
Yes. No, okay.
No, no
I
check.
only get arrested in Macomb County, so I don't know what they
Like
do.
Jamie Schrock. We got print order for Jamie Schrock. He said, I got print order to get arrested. I must, something. And Jenny says, well, they did print it, but it didn't
It didn't,
print
yeah,
through to here, so they didn't have it.
that's weird.
Well, it won't hurt to do them again. And in the old days, they had to do the rolled inked impressions and try to print a drunk guy. That's one thing, sometimes it wasn't worth the fight to try to fingerprint them. Now it's all electronic scanning.
But are all the agencies on the same system here though? Because a lot aren't, like a lot of jurisdictions.
And in my early days, they didn't have APHIS, which is automated fingerprint identification system. So all the prints were stored in a great big huge warehouse and they were looked at visually. And now it's a lot easier.
Can I just send her to the clerk's office if
She's gonna plead to,
a civil infraction?
yes, that'd be fine. Fine is $150. Thanks for your help. All right, I do have a probation violation hearing arraignment at 9:30, so we're gonna stop this for a minute. And
Is that the one that they gave me, Kendrick Williams?
no, did Kedrick Williams get picked up for something?
What's that on my schedule yesterday? Kendrick Williams, St. Joe probation violation arraignment. Oh, I guess 10 o'clock.
That's a circuit court case.
Okay, who's gonna handle that then?
I don't know. Shana, do you know anything about Kedrick Williams? Christie? If we're gonna do it, we can
In this chaotic courtroom stretch, the judge deals with multiple defendants facing serious and messy legal situations, starting with a man who has an unpaid driving while suspended ticket, multiple new charges including assault, trespass, and stalking set for jury trial, and repeated license violations, leading the court to appoint attorney Tim George, warn him to stop driving, and set a May 1st pretrial while noting his struggle to find work due to prior felonies. The focus then shifts to another defendant charged with felony domestic violence by strangulation with prior offenses, where the judge stresses the severity, potentially up to 20 years, cuts off the defendant from rambling explanations, and orders a not guilty plea with counsel and upcoming preliminary exams. The session grows more complicated when a third defendant's identity is questioned due to a mix-up between junior and senior, prompting concern about wrongful identification, missing records, and the need for fingerprint verification before proceeding on serious charges like witness intimidation and resisting police. While the judge repeatedly emphasizes the importance of legal representation and careful case handling. Finally, additional routine but still significant cases appear, including a DUI charge where the defendant promises it won't happen again, along with minor insurance violations and administrative issues, all underscoring a hectic docket where the judge juggles heavy felony accusations, procedural errors, and everyday offenses while pushing defendants toward lawyers, compliance, and future court dates.